have as our last, which is good news for you and us, budget hearing of the day, the Public Defender Commission, who would like to make a presentation to us.
I will. Tammy Johnson. Do you need the copies of the?
I think we have a copy unless there's any changes.
There's no changes.
Okay, we're good.
I was just told bring 6 copies with me, so I did.
Make sure we don't have so many trees next year.
You could give it to your board members so they have an idea what's going on.
We reviewed it. We had a meeting this week and we reviewed it. Right on top of things.
Our request this year.
He's thinking about his golf swing in the back.
It's better than Imes's, I can tell you that.
But a lot slower.
Okay.
That's okay. Our request for this year is for the current 26 employees that we have at the Public Defender's Office with a 2% increase in their salaries, which nicely the spreadsheet that we submitted it figures that all out and everything for us. If you'll notice that the total of $1,037,000, etc., is slightly less than what I put on the actual budget request. I requested $1,042,850. That being because 2 of our employees do not take advantage of insurance. Their spouses cover them, and so they get the extra $2,600 a year. There are 2 of them, that's $5,200, so that's why it's $5,200 difference on that. The benefits are just, the calculations based upon the salary that I'm asking for. I don't believe a 2% increase in salaries is out of line with either other county departments or other things happening in the economy, frankly. The rest of the budget is for supplies, purchase services, travel, routine mileage. The 67,000 account has increased quite a bit because, as I'm sure you're aware, the mileage reimbursement has increased quite a little bit, and so that's why that has jumped up. The purchase services is increased both because the cost of services have increased, but also because I am requesting that we as a department cover the cost of parking for the individuals in our office. As you know, we are in wonderful new accommodations with a number of different other departments. All of the other departments get their parking paid for, and that's kind of didn't rub off very well with our employees.
How do you like the new digs?
Love them. They're great. The security is wonderful. The accommodations are great. It actually looks like a professional office for, I've been around a really long time. I'm in my 29th year at the Public Defender's Office, and I've never had as nice a place as this. So I really am pleased with it, as is everyone in the office.
What kind of turnover do you have in staff attorneys, given the salaries that you pay?
Oh, we usually have maybe 3 or 4 a year.
Usually on the lower end of the scale.
Yes.
The people at the top who are pretty consistent, but a lot of it is transfers to other government jobs, prosecutor jobs, that sort of thing, because the pay scales are a little bit different.
Do you guys have a slot to bring Mr. O'Byrne back if necessary?
Mr. O'Byrne
He was never there.
in our
So,
office.
somebody hired him at the city, I don't know.
Wonder who that could have been.
Have to see if his trial skills are up to par, we don't know.
I think the only thing that I kind of want to bring up, maybe in preparation, not for this year of 2014, but for 2015, it's becoming more and more difficult to cover the cases that we have, both the number and the specialized court dockets that we're responsible for with the same number of attorneys that we've had for 10 years or so. We are also doing the common pleas drug court, both the general division and the family court division, the honor court and common pleas court, Polaris, which is, the Canton Muni mental health court. They're doing some different things on what they call crossover youth in juvenile court, where they want us to attend a whole lot more meetings about cases. And that's becoming more and more difficult to do when you're carrying a full caseload. So it's possible that we may have to increase the number of attorneys in the office by 1 or maybe 2 next year in 2015. So just a heads up to you. That may be a possibility and something that we would be asking for next year. Okay? Do you have any questions about the budget or?
In regard to your parking though, do you park behind?
Yes.
We're behind.
Okay. Yeah, we own that. So,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
We did turn money back this year, but
Yes.
$56,000.
56 cents? What?
$56,000.
Oh,
Turned back in.
that was last year. That's good.
I do know, and we've been talking to everybody that's come into us, we have a document that you don't have in front of you, but we have a document of all the departments and elected officials' salaries last year and what pay raises were given. And of course, I think that we had pretty much, I don't know if there were any exceptions made to your office or not, but we had indicated to everybody that we were likely to hold to 2%. I do know that there were, a number of employees that received, some received 3, some received 4, one received 6, and one received 6.7. I guess of everybody, and we have commented on this, and I would comment to you that when we ask you, or when we appropriate, 2%, we would ask you to keep to that. On the other hand, with regard to the public defender, when I look at the salaries, in your office, and again, they are, extraordinarily low, I guess, given the market rate and so forth, and given the professional degrees and the experience, required and desired, and just the fact that you're, losing employees, as you indicate, that I cannot be, very critical, with regard to those raises that you gave last year. I think that you do a very, very good job, and
And I think,
large obligation.
not to pat ourselves on the back, but we have an office manager and 1 secretary in the office for 19 attorneys. And they are very wonderful. They get things done in a timely fashion. The judges are not complaining about, get this to me, and it bogging down in our secretarial staff. So I'm pretty pleased with that, frankly, that they can do the amount of work that they do.
Seems that really have good oversight.
And you have excellent oversight. Other than on Wednesday afternoons and Friday afternoons.
Only in nice weather, though.
Chris, anything?
No.
To tell us about? No.
The last 2 budgets have been pretty
You guys have been
pretty
pleased.
clean and easy.
Okay.
Marty's
Thank you.
boarded.
Yeah.
Tammy, you've always run a tight ship
Yeah.
and a good, efficient office, and
You should get that.
keep it up. Thanks for your hard work.
You know that.
Martin, do you have any difficult questions for them? We have a little bit of time left. Do you want to?
Yeah, seems like
You're
this
bored, aren't you? You wanna-
this organization is spotless.
On that note.
Why don't you turn the camera on, Mr. Imes?
I know enough about the Constitution to know you can't compel any answer. Don't even try.
Okay, well, we thank you very, very much, and again, we appreciate the work that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.